Hey guys, it's Hope Love and I'm back. I whew. Okay. Just had my tea, everything. Chris, what was it again? Oh yeah, it was something named after Marco Polo. It's really good though, so I think my voice is ready. Got my water and the time Ron regretted not knocking. Chapter 31. Oh, I have high hopes for this. So, I'm going to tell you right now, viewer discretion is advised. This might be 18 and up. This might be 18 and plus moment. Or a very mature moment if you're mature enough to handle it. I'm just going to tell you that. I'm not going to guarantee it. But if you see it on the video, and look, if you see it on the video, it says 18 up instead of like 13, pg13, which all of mine are pretty much pg13 on this one so far, then why are you even watching if you don't know you're mature enough? If you don't think you're mature enough. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you guys, and let's get into this. The next day was Sunday, which meant Draco and Harry didn't have much to do with themselves until Quidditch practice started. So Harry spent most of the day in bed while Draco complained. "Are you ever going to get out of bed today?" Draco groaned, flopping dramatically backwards onto his bed. Harry would have made fun of how dramatic he was being if he wasn't so annoyed. Eventually, but you have not let me sleep since you got up, Harry groaned and pulled the covers over his head. Draco dragged his name on and sat up. No response coming from the other room. Harry, Draco dragging the end of his name out as he got up and walked over to Harry's bed. "Shut up," Harry groaned, and pulling a pillow over him. Draco flopped onto him. "I'm bored," Draco said. Oh my god, poor Harry must be dying. He had landed on his stomach, and Harry's back was curled up, and his face was smushed between Harry's shoulder and head. Harry tried to push Draco off of himself, but Draco wasn't be so easily tipped. "If you're so bored, go to talk to Parkinson or Zambi, or I don't know, Parkinson or Blacy in this case. I cannot say his last name." Harry's voice was slightly muffled by the pillows. "But I want to talk to you. It's already noon." I know, I have to hold my head back to do this, so it's gonna hurt. Harry flipped over, then managed to knock off Draco. He quickly climbed back on top of Harry, though, that they were chest to chest. Oh god. And Harry could feel all of Draco pressing into him. He felt a shiver run through him. Draco didn't seem to notice the effect it was having, though. He buried his face and neck in Harry's. "I want to do something today, but all you're doing is lying here." "We can do something after practice. How about that?" Harry said, his face flushing as Draco's breath gusted over his neck. "Okay," Draco mumbled, his attention on how they were positioned now. Harry felt Draco's lips brush against his neck as he spoke, growing more and more aware of how Draco was affecting him. He felt his neck grow warm. Draco purposely brushed his lips against Harry's neck. Then Harry let out a small gasp. Draco lifted his head then to look at Harry. They gazed at each other for a moment. Draco leaned down, capturing Harry's lips in a soft kiss. And that was a bit too brief for Harry's opinion. Harry reached up to place his hands on Draco's cheeks, and he stared at him. I love you, Harry barely whispered it, but Draco heard it loud and clear. A faint smile graced Harry's lips, and Draco found himself returning it before he could even think about it. I love you too, Harry, he said, leaning down to capture Harry's lips again. He knew he meant it too. The way Harry made him feel was more than just a silly crush, and he knew that. His feelings scarred him, though. He knew if his dad found out, he'd probably be off the wall mad. He couldn't help, though, as he just let his hands travel through Harry's messy hair, and he'd never been happier than he was there with Harry. His hands were traveling to the hem of Draco's shirt as the dormitory flew open. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, God, man. It was about to get good. Ginny and Luna were sitting on Ginny's bed. All of their roommates were at lunch already, so they had the place to themselves. Your brother didn't care in the slightest. I don't think he'll either, Luna said, placing an arm around Ginny's shoulder as he stared down at the envelope on the bed. Ginny felt it was funny how tiny it was for such a big thing. She could hear the birds chirping outside the window in the crisp November air, and she could see Pegwood sitting on the window, waiting for the note. She let out a sigh. I don't think they'll mind either, not really. Then what's your worry? I don't want them to make a big deal out of it, or view me any differently. I don't think they will, Luna said softly. Yeah, you're probably right. Ginny got up to give the letter to Pegwood, and watched as it flew away out of the letter away to her parents. Let's go down to lunch. That'll make you feel better, Luna said, grabbing Ginny's hands and walked her down the hall. When we arrived, Ron and Hermione were seated at a table. Hey, guys, Ginny greeted. Oh, there you are. We were wondering when you two were going to show up. Harry's missing too. Yeah, Ron said with a mouthful of chicken. Then he tried to continue, but no one could understand with his mouth full. What have I told you about talking with your mouth full? Hermione said. What he was trying to say was Quidditch practice is in an hour, and Harry still hasn't come out of his dorm room to eat. He needs to eat. Did you guys have a late night or something? Ginny asked. Well, you were at the party, of course, and here's the offers note. I guess I should clarify that the party they were talking about is not the one from Halloween at Hogwarts. That was just something fun I wrote for her. They're talking about the party I didn't write. Oh, okay. But afterwards, I'm pretty sure Harry stayed up a bit longer. He still was on the couch when we went to bed, Hermione said. I should probably go and make sure he's up before he misses lunch and practice, Ron said, getting up, making sure they don't take my food away. Okay, I'm gonna take a pause because, goodness gracious, tapping into these voices gets easier over time, but, not used to doing it yet. Practice and da-da-da. Make sure they don't take my food before I'm done. I'm not done. With that, he hurried off to the dorms to get Harry. So what's up with you two, Hermione said, taking a note of Ginny's slightly stressed appearance. Ginny let out a sigh, letting her hands flop into hers. I sent a letter to my parents, telling them about Luna and about our relationship. Really? That's good then, Hermione said. Yeah, I'm just slightly worried about what they'll say. I'm sure They won't care as long as you're happy, Hermione said, with a comforting smile, as she reached to give Ginny's hand a small squeeze. Man, Ron had reached the dorm rooms in record time due to his desire Harry to get back to his friend waiting at the table for him. He yanked the door open to see Draco fall on the floor with a loud thud. Harry's face was bright red, trying to recover. Harry was praying it was not what Ron hadn't seen it. He was not ready to explain to Ron. If you guys are fighting again, I'll have to tell Hermione. You don't need to be in more trouble with McGonagall. Harry, Ron said after a moment's pause. I come to make sure you are up practicing less than an hour and you still haven't eaten lunch. Alright, I'll be down and I'll get dressed, Harry said, uncovering. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, no problem, Ron said, hurrying off. You think he saw anything? Draco said, nervously looking from the floor. He was like, no. He would have said something if he did, Harry said, walking to the bathroom to get dressed. They were kissing inwardly. Oh my god. They were kissing when I came in, Ron hissed to Hermione when he got back. Hermione's head jerked at him. You're kidding me. You're kidding. Not at all, Ron groaned. It was Malfoy was on top of Harry. Please obliterate me. Hermione snickered at Ron's complaint. What's up? Ginny asked. Oh, nothing. Harry'll be down in a bit. Oh, God. And Harry showed up. Draco was with him, and they quickly separated to go to their respective tables. Practice was awkward again, and had people curious. Harry tried his best to avoid Draco during practice to quench some of his curiosity, but it seemed like it only make it worse, as people seemed to pick up on that too. When they finally ended the day, Harry was left as fast as he could. Thanks for waiting wait, what? Okay, sorry. Thanks for waiting for me, Draco grumbled as he entered the dorm room. Sorry, everyone was talking. I noticed, Draco said, walking over to Harry's bed and sitting down next to him. Draco leaned his head against Harry's shoulder. So what are we doing tonight? You promised a date. Did I? Harry said, pretending not to know what Draco was talking about. Yep, you did. And you did. I deserve it. You slept all day. All right, follow me then, Harry said with a small laugh, standing up after and offering Draco's hand. Where are we going? Draco asked as he reached the door, leading him out to the grounds of Hogwarts. They practically ran from their dorms. Draco was a little out of breath. What do you think? Are we going back to the cave? Yep, it's the best place on the grounds, if you say so. Gotta get some drinks. I know, I use my voice like a lot here. If you say so, Draco said with a smirk, but honestly didn't care. As long as Harry was there, he didn't care where they went. When they reached the entry to the little cove, Harry stuck out his arm. After you? You're ridiculous, Draco said, but laughing despite himself, and Harry could see the slight flush across his face, told him Draco was enjoying himself. So, are you going to get in this time by yourself, or will I have to shove you in again? Harry asked when he toed his shoes off and looked back at Draco. It's cold. It's too cold to get in. It's November. Shoving you in It is. Shoving you in it is. Harry's starting to walk over to Draco. Draco's hands immediately shot up into the window, and he towed his shoes off. Okay, I can get in myself. They sat hours later, next to a small fire Harry had made, leaning against the cave wall and each other. I can't believe it's already November, Harry gets sad, gazing over at the lake. The sun had set not too long ago, and the stars had come out. The reflections in the water glowed as Harry wished he could freeze time. The year has gone so fast. Yes, Draco only replied as seemed to slump further into Harry's side. Harry looked down to see Draco almost asleep, putting his arms around him, pulling him further to himself. Draco let out a soft sigh. Harry leaned and kissed his forehead. Good night, Draco. And then, okay. Wow. We finished that one part. Okay. Well, I want to end it there because I don't want to make this too long. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye. This is Hope Love signing off.